Jim Beckwith still reporting here at Red State Watcher. We have about 6 more pieces of news. Need to catch up. Breaking, look what Pittsburgh is secretly doing to defy Trump's policies. Pittsburgh is quietly considering itself to be a sanctuary city. Ouch. PublicSource.org reported Pittsburgh may be taking a step toward becoming a sanctuary city, and in doing so, the city would be stepping directly into the crosshairs of the next president of the United States, who says, "I will take away your funding if you try to be a sanctuary city." It's already going to happen to New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, and I believe there's some others, but Pittsburgh wants to join the ranks. One of the President-elect Donald Trump's campaign promises was to cut off federal funding from so-called sanctuary cities, where local authorities are prohibited from investigating individuals solely for possible immigration law violations. No, we can't dare let our president stand up for justice. The Pittsburgh City Council has never passed a law making it a sanctuary city, but since 2014, city police have been operating almost as if it had. Pittsburgh Bureau of Police practice is to honor requests from Immigration and Customs Enforcement to detain those wanted in criminal investigations, but to refrain from working as immigration officers, said Timothy McNulty, spokesperson for Mayor Bill Peduto. In other words, the PBP does not engage in investigatory detention of individuals based on their immigration status. A source within the city government who asked to remain anonymous said city council members are looking into formalizing such a policy. Boy, I guess some cities just want to, this mayor just wants to play with fire. He wants to destroy his people. So there's the report. I'll leave that in the description box for you. Whoa. Look who else supports jail time for flag burners. I do. That's right. If you don't really care to live in the United States, just mosey on out, take a walk, get yourself a passport and a visa, get your citizenship somewhere else. I mean, let's make you happy. Okay? Why not make you happy? Find somewhere else to live. This is not the right place for you. You're not welcome if you're a flag burner. Not in my eyes. Legal flag burning is a very recent development in U.S. history. It was never historically protected by First Amendment. You see here the United States Code. Desecration of the flag of the United States penalties. Whoever knowingly mutilates, defaces, physically defiles, burns, maintains on the floor or ground, or tramples upon any flag of the United States shall be fined under this title or imprisoned for not more than 1 year, or both. And Donald Trump plans to do the exact same thing for not more than 1 year, or both. That's exactly what Donald Trump just said. And I 100% stand up for this. When Donald Trump tweeted that flag burners should get 1 year in jail, mainstream media and liberals were severely triggered. Where was CNN when Hillary Clinton suggested the same? 1 year in jail and a $100,000 fine for any protester burning the flag. But she was the one who paid the Black Lives Matter and protesters and rioters. We all know that. Again, lying Hillary Clinton. Nobody should be allowed to burn the American flag. If they do, there must be consequences, perhaps loss of citizenship or year in jail. And there you go, from Donald. Again, he says it over here. Jared Wyan says, Trump woke up like, how will I make the liberal media look ridiculous today? Good one, Jared. First Amendment. Nice. With all the body of Christ working together, we can defeat this tyranny. We can defeat this filthy, disgusting criminals in the White House. The New York Post and the New York Times had slightly different front pages today. The New York Times was not aware there was a terrorist attack at Ohio State University. This is apparently by their cover today. But the New York Post says, terror on campus. Muslim refugee runs over, stabs Ohio State students, and then gets shot. The lamestream media just got lamer with the New York Times. You know, the ones the ones that decided to make Hillary Clinton to win the election by 95% to start out. Yeah, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon Pacific time. That's what their meter said. That Donald Trump had a 5% chance to win, and Hillary had a something like 93% chance to win. And here we have Hillary Clinton plans on losing again in 2020. Let's go for bust. 0 for 3. Is Hillary Clinton planning a third White House run? Recent activities suggest Clinton is laying the groundwork for 2020, raising doubts about legitimacy of election even without overturning result. It is part of Clinton's plans to keep her options open for 2020.
And we may now know what Hillary Clinton is really doing in the woods, in addition to taking selfies with fans. It turns out some say that she may be laying the groundwork for a third run in 2020. A former columnist for the National Review says her random viral encounters with so-called average voters may not be so spontaneous after all. The report also says that Clinton's campaign support for recounts in those 3 battleground states is all a part of a bigger plan to keep her options open for 2020. Can you imagine?
A lot of momentum, a lot of wind in her back for that one.
Wow.
And those were never selfies that she took with her friends. They were planned selfies. And they were not friends that she just bumped into. No, it happened many times before. We already exposed that. Breaking: Trump plans huge tour. He has already announced this, though. He announced this, I believe, it was right after the election. He says he's going to go around and thank everyone. The Hill is reporting that President-elect Donald Trump is launching his thank you tour this week with Ohio rally first. From the Hill, President-elect Donald Trump will begin his thank you tour to celebrate his stunning victory with a trip to Ohio this week, Bloomberg reported Tuesday. The Thursday rally will be held in Cincinnati at 7 p.m. at U.S. Bank Arena. Trump's second stop is tentatively scheduled for Des Moines, Iowa in early December, transition officials told Bloomberg. And Trump defeated Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton on November 8th in an upset that shook the political world. Well, it wouldn't have shook the political world if they actually would have been doing their job. That's right. It was obvious all the way from 8 months ago. I mean, when you have, 30,000 people at all your rallies and Hillary Clinton can't even get 400 or 500, it's kind of like a no-brainer. The lamestream media. Trump's team said in mid-November that he would take a victory tour of states he won in the elections in the weeks after the elections. And Red State Watcher also reports photo of Vice President Mike Pence very busy this morning. Notice it doesn't say Vice President-elect anymore. Because it's a done deal. They're not just elected with electoral or votes, okay? It's a done deal. There's no contest. It's over. So Mike Pence is busy. So that's going to be it for this news strip. Thank you for hanging out with me, and appreciate it. And God bless.